This is Radio Demerara, the voice of Guyana.
Hello there, Carl Anthony Brown with you. Welcome to the Time Tunnel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I certainly will return and get back to you. Once you write me, I'll write you. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, good. Tell you what, we're looking at life, and I still am looking at life. I'm in the time zone. I'm still looking at people who are jumping off the train of life, good people that we know. And oftentimes when they do, it does affect. There are things happening out there that is really disturbing, but we don't want that. We just have to keep this positive energy and work and live and pray and get on together. Tell you more about that in a moment. Yes, welcome back, and I'm talking about the train of life and people who have left us. And the two people have that actually three, and one of them, the first one is Lawrence Larry Liverpool, Larry as he's known. Very tall gentleman here in the UK, Guyanese, who I oftentimes would see when I do attend any Guyanese functions, and he's oftentimes there. Very tall, stately gentleman, always with a smile, always there easy, but he is just always very, very courteous. And Larry in the community, we know, and I was a bit surprised, but anyway, he said goodbye to us recently. He, of course, sunrise 23rd of July 1959 and sunset 18th of June 2022. Larry Liverpool, or Lawrence Larry Liverpool, Larry as we know him, and to his family, extend my full condolences to you, and may his soul rest in peace. Another person that passed on, another Guyanese again, and only the other day I spoke with him, is a Guyanese gentleman, Mr. Mohammed Rafique. He's known as Mo. And Mo was in the office only a few weeks ago. Actually, this emblem and this logo and this whole top that I'm wearing was designed by him. I remember a few years ago he had that, and I had two of them. And Mo was always there, very chubby Indian fellow, and very oftentimes very quiet, and he's always having a good drink. But yeah, Mo said goodbye to us the other day. Mohammed Rafique. Sad, and may his soul rest in peace.
This is Radio Demerara, the voice of Guyana. Your announcer is Ray Robinson.
And then I had the shock of my life when we said goodbye to Ray Robinson. Yes, Ray Robinson. He was known to the radio community, and he is very much within the early days of Broadcasting House and Radio Demerara. When I got to know Ray Robinson, I remember I used to go down to Broadcasting House, and he was there. Ray would always, he was the first guy with a pipe. He'd always have a pipe in his mouth, and he's always popping his tobacco, tall, red, color looking guy, and he was there popping his tobacco, and Ray would very quiet, and he was always coming there, and at one time I was a bit scared of him. Every time you see Ray, he's always a bit serious, but he was the kindest of gentlemen. When I joined the Broadcasting House, he was there, and looking back at all these beautiful people that I've worked with over the years, it was Ray Robinson, and then I had I talk about these people because they were all inspiration in my life. They were part of my life. They were my growing years. I worked with them, and we said goodbye to Ray, and then we had Rafi Khan. Rafi Khan was my manager, then at Radio Demerara when I started, and then got into the GBC, Rafi Khan, and then fellow broadcasters that all passed on, like Ayub Hamid, Ishri Singh. They did the Indian programs. Early in the morning, I'd be up there. Sunny Muhammad, I early worked with them early in the morning. They would do the Indian Melody Time and all these programs. And then you had people like Auntie Pat Cameron, again, the love of my life. Pat was always there, and for her programs, Visit with Patricia, it's a woman's world. And she did also She did Countryside Gaff at times, and then she went on doing other programs. But these were all inspirational people that I was fortunate to work with. Bertie Chancellor, again, I'm talking about the radio fraternity here, people who really was inspirational and who inspired me. Bertie Chancellor would always come in Studio A, and it was the Chancellor of Pops, and he comes in saying, the time, and that's Bertie Chancellor. And then I had Roland Phillips. Work along with Roland Phillips. Roland Phillips worked at Broadcasting House along too with me, and he was always doing, sometimes he did the Best Buy, because then he left and went to GBS. He worked along with GBS, then he came back to Radio Demerara, and that's Roland Phillips. And then we had other broadcasters like Andrew Choi, and there was James Diabru, and then Christopher Dean. All people have passed. Christopher Dean did the program Light and Easy, and he was very, very stately and always very much so. And then you go on to people like all this from Broadcasting House. Then you went down to the GBC years, and we talking people like Matthew Allen, of course, Pancho Crew. We worked along with them. These images you're seeing are people who, Terence Holder was the manager again for the GBC, who I worked along with. And then we had the operators and the sound engineers like Leland Shepard, Johnny Barrow, Godfrey Stanton, God bless him, and he's now passed and left us. Also Ron Cameron. These are all the people, and the reason why I talk about it, because they were a part of my life. They influenced me in my growing years while I worked with broadcasting and worked at Broadcasting House. They are all the people who are alive now, and I will not mention them until then such, but at the moment, looking back at, since we've lost Ray, my heartfelt condolences to his family and everything, and I pray that his soul rest in peace. We all remembering all these beautiful people that were important to our lives, and we pray that their souls rest in peace. The families will be well comforted, and as we continue on the journey in the train of life, again, please, I say, let us live and work together. Forget about our color, forget about our race, forget about anything that's happening. We know things are creating disturbances, so much of killing, so much of shootings, we need to harness that powerful energy of positiveness, and let's work as a unit, work as a team. Guyana is a beautiful country, and we have to keep and maintain that, and only by working, living, listening, learning and loving together can we make our beautiful country a better place to be. But until the next time, until I catch you up again, I'll be looking at some other issues this time. Carl Anthony Brown saying it was a pleasure. Feel free to like, subscribe again, smash the like button when you see it, and of course, I'm promising my utmost to be here as often as I can, even though it's difficult when you're doing things like that. It does get, but where there's a will, there's a way. So until we meet again, catch you later, peace out, and stay as sweet as you are.